All right, so let's run through what it's like to check a VIN or plate. And this is a cross referencing tool. So you can put as many, well, I'm not going to say as many as you want, but generally you can drop an entire list of VINs and plates in here, and it's going to cross reference them against all other carriers. And it's going to tell you how they kind of pair up or cross over from a relationship perspective, or basically just a crossover of data. So you can customize your dashboard widgets here. So if you want to change tools, you can actually come here and pick which tools you want to go onto your dashboard. But for the purposes of this, I want to say you can kind of go here and just click on one of these. But I'd rather take you there the long way. So if you're really looking for that, go to role. So from role, you're going to look for different things. So if you're a broker, carrier, insurer, insurance underwriter, and this is agents and brokers because they're really kind of here for two different reasons. But sales navigator for people trying to sell things, litigators in general, investigators. So I'm going to click on investigator. I'm going to scroll down here. And I'm going to look up one of two things, either the VIN and plate or the VIN. It doesn't really matter which one you pick. Let's just start here. And I'm going to, let's just search one I've already searched. I don't think this is a very good one because it doesn't really cross over that much. It's not showing you any inspections, but it is going to show you some crashes. And this is our guy, but not really a cool example. So let's do one we know is bad. So we're going to come here. Let's do this. So we're going to take this. This is AJ Partners. This is the company that got shut down last year in Indiana. We'll just drag and drop. We're just going to drag some, grab them, and we'll move this out of our way. We'll come to bulk search. Drop your VINs in here. And then search all. And you're going to see this thing kind of do its thing. 29 of these have been used across 29 of 41. That's a lot. So these are being used by multiple companies. And you can kind of see with Tutosh, it was Tutosh, AJ Partners, KG Line Group. But there's others in here. And we don't really know why that is because we're not digging in. But the purpose of this is to kind of give you insight to say, hey, okay, we've got a carrier who is crossing over on VINs. Let's check this company out. So we know they're related to Tutosh. We know they're related to AG Partners. We know they're related to KG Line Group. But who is Compass? And maybe who is HeHo? And who is Dayspring? And it allows you to kind of weed through these things. So you can actually sort these to say, well, Tutosh got shut down in February. When was the last time one of these VINs was seen? Well, February. So in our VIN list, none of the VINs that left Tutosh when Tutosh or AJ Partners or KG Line Group got shut down, none of those VINs went to other places and got inspected. Not in the list that we have, but I do know that some happened. We could take a longer list, and I'll kind of get you a better idea of what that looks like when that happens. Let's cut all these out, paste a new set of VINs, search. That's a better data set. We've got 80 with multiple crossover using multiple VINs out of 120 VIN numbers that we just searched. Now, you can kind of see there's even more. And this Ortega, there's something there because I've seen that about 1,000 times. But you can come here and do last seen. Click it one more time. It's going to take you to March 2026. And you can now see, like, this company was closed in February. These two inspections were at another company. So the question becomes, did they sell this truck? Why does Ortega Loadmasters have it? And who are they? And then same with this one. So who is Wiseway Logistics? How are they related? Are they related? Do they sell them the truck? Why is there VIN crossover there? And this is a lot of times the problem that you run into when you're actually investigating these things, because a lot of people just see VIN crossover or plate crossover in typical systems that may offer a VIN search tool or a VIN crossover search tool, and they don't really actually like emphasize, hey, you need to actually think that Tutosh was closed, so these trucks could have reasonably been sold. So looking at Wise Way and saying, well, they have a connection with another company through a shared bin doesn't necessarily mean that they're a bad company. Just means that they may have bought one of the Tutosh, AJ Partners, or KG Line Group trucks. So that's that. So let's run a set of plates. Grab a few of these. Copy. I'm going to put these in here. We're going to paste. Search. Got out of 19, you have, oh Lord, out of 92, you got 44 that crossover. And then again, you can come here to last seen. You got one in April. Nope, that's 24. We got nothing in 26, nothing after December on this batch. So it does bring in another question. Who is this guy? Well, it's a template. So that just happened to be in the inspection regs, inspection records. So anyway, you can always check out Safety Transport. I'm sure they're a very safe carrier. It's in the name, so it's got to be safe, right? Anyway, this is how you would search for this. I mean, this is giving you a huge data set to start with to say who is using these vehicles, and when these companies close down, are they being reincarnated with the same vehicles? The same thing goes for singles. So if you just want to search for, let's just say one plate number, you've seen a crash, it's got a plate, but there's no marking. You can just come in here, throw this in here, and search. And then you're going to get all of the MCMIS data or the crash data. So there's different pieces here. And your crash data here is actually coming from MCMIS records from all states. So that's MCMIS. This is inspections, and then you've got the crossover piece. Network tie-ins, plate sequence. None of that's important, but gives you the gist of how you can actually look for reincarnated carriers.